Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marian the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marian go away.
Oh, my goodness. Do you know it was really hard to find anything for a story today? This trunk is almost empty. In fact, the only thing left in there is an old stone. I certainly hope Kerfumbly likes the story we get her today. You know, she said she wanted a story with a happy ending. Well, being happy is a feeling. And I found some old masks down on the bottom of the trunk that show the ways we sometimes feel. Now look, if your face looks like this, how do you feel? You feel sad, don't you? What about this one? If your face looks like this, how do you feel? Angry, yes. Try another one. If your face looks like this, how do you feel? Ooh, very worried, don't you? And what about this? If your face looks this way, how do you feel? Aha, you feel happy. And that's the way we want our story to end, with everyone feeling happy, including Kerfumbly. So let's put these in the machine and see if we can get a story like that. We'll have a story where someone feels sad, and in our story, someone will feel angry, and in that same story, someone will feel very worried. And at the end of our story, everyone will feel very happy. So let's turn the machine on and see if we get a story with a happy ending. Well, the name of the story is The Lonesome Little Colt. C.W. Anderson wrote this story. On a farm in the country, there were many, many ponies of all sizes and colors. They were all beautiful with long, flowing manes and tails. Each one had a little colt, and they all lived happily together. Each little colt stayed close beside its mother. Bluebell was a gray pony. Her colt was red gold, and she was very proud of him. Calico's colt was bigger than the others, with long, slim legs, and she was very proud of him. Goldie had a lovely little colt of a light gold color, and she was very proud of him. When the flies were thick, she would always brush them off her colt with her long, silky tail. It made the colt very happy to know that his mother was always thinking of him. But there was one little colt who had nobody to be proud of him. His mother had died, and he got his milk from a bottle each day. He tried to stand close to Bluebell, but her colt kept him away. Bluebell was his mother, and he did not want any other colt near her. One day he stood very close to Bluebell as she and Brownie rubbed each other's backs. He was very happy then, and felt almost as if he had two mothers. but their colt saw him and chased him away. When the little colt tried to come near Calico, her colt saw him and kept him away. Then the little colt thought that the dog, Spot, might be his friend. But Spot saw another dog and ran to join him. The little colt felt very sad and lonely. All the other colts had mothers, and he had nobody. But two children on the farm had seen how lonesome the little colt was. Mary said to Tommy, "We must be very nice to that little colt that has no mother." They petted the little colt and played with him. "Oh, what a nice little colt," they said. Now he was much happier. Every day, Tommy and Mary came to see the little colt. As soon as he saw them, he came running. Now he felt that somebody really liked him. When Tommy and Mary petted the little colt, the others came around too. But the lonesome little colt got the most petting. But Tommy and Mary noticed that even the smallest colt would not let the lonesome colt come near his mother. "He misses his mother so," said Mary. "We must tell Daddy. Maybe he can think of something to do for that lonesome little colt." A few days later, the children saw their father drive into the yard. Then he opened the door of the trailer and let out a little pony. She was the color of gold and the most beautiful pony they had ever seen. "She lost her colt when it was born," he said. "Maybe she would like to be a mother to our lonesome little colt." The little colt whinnied when he saw her and hurried over to her. The lovely pony whinnied back to him. The beautiful pony nuzzled the little colt so softly when he stood beside her. Now there was no one to chase him away. He had a mother of his own. The little colt stayed so close to his new mother's side that he was like her shadow. She was so beautiful and gentle that he was very proud of her. And he knew from her kind ways that she was proud of him. Now at last he belonged to somebody. Oh, did you feel happy at the end of that story? So did I. And the lonesome little colt was happy too, wasn't he? Let's go call Kerfumbly. I'm just sure she'll like this story with the happy ending. At least I hope she does. Help me call her, will you? Left and right and Zachary Zoo, here's a story just for you.
Hello, Marian. Oh, do you have my story with the happy ending?
With the happy ending, there it is.
Oh, the lonesome little colt. Well, why was the little colt lonesome? Because he didn't have a mother? Oh, dear. How did that make him feel? Sad. Show me how you look when you feel sad. Oh, yes, you do look sad. But did the little colt try to get to the other colts' mothers? He did. How did that make the other colts feel? Angry? Mm-hmm. Show me how you look when you feel angry. Oh, yes. And they chased him away, too? Oh, dear. Well, didn't anybody worry about the little colt? the boy and the girl did. Show me how you look when you're worried. Oh, yes, I see you do look worried. Oh, my. Did the little boy and girl play with the colt and pet him? Oh, good. How did he feel then? Happy. Show me how you look when you feel happy. Oh, good. I like to see your faces that way. Is that the end of the story? No? The little colt got a mother? A pony became his mother. Oh, that's a good ending. I love happy endings like that. You'll have to read that. Oh, the beautiful pony nuzzled the little colt so softly when he stood beside her. Now there was no one to chase him away. He had a mother of his own. Now at last, he belonged to somebody. Oh, that is a happy ending. Oh, but I don't want Marion to go yet. You know, I love stories, and I do want one more. What will I tell her so that she won't go? I know. I'll tell her that I didn't want a story about animals, that I wanted a story about people. Yes, that's it. Marion, you know, this was a beautiful story.
Oh, Kerfumbly, I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, it had sad parts and happy parts.
Yes, it did. And what did you think about the ending?
Oh, the ending was very happy.
Yes, it was. Kerfumbly, does that mean that you're happy with the story and that I can go on to the library?
Oh, well, not exactly, Marion. You see, it wasn't quite what I wanted. I really wanted...
Kerfumbly, it's no use. I can't get you any more stories.
Well, what do you mean?
Come over here. Let me show you.
What?
There's nothing left in the trunk. Look at this. Nothing left except one stone.
Oh, well, Marion, if you can make a story out of one stone, I'll let you go.
Well, any story?
Any story, as long as it's made from one stone.
Now, wait. If I get you any story made from one stone, you'll let me go, and that's a promise?
That's a promise.
A story made from one stone. That will be hard. Will you come back next time and we'll see if we can make a story out of just one stone. I'll see you then.
Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marion, the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marion go away.